Good afternoon, everyone. This is Creedmoor with the Bullish Bears. This evening, we're going to be going over my lower indicators in continuation with the videos. This evening, we'll be discussing RSI. Now, what is RSI? It is the Relative Strength Index. It measures the current momentum within a stock in an allotted ticker, or in an allotted time within the ticker. It tells you, basically, it will help you indicate how much buying and selling volume you're having in a ticker and in what direction you're going. Quick shout out to the Bullish Bears forum. Right here we have the showing the community your trading setup. Just come right over here if you want to and post your setup with a little photo here and let us know what you got and how you use it to your advantage. Alright, let's hop over to the chart and start discussing what RSI is. Okay. So right here you see I have all my indicators. The one we were discussing today here is RSI, Relative Strength Index. Me personally, I have this one configured into my normal color scheme. The overbought is in my red resistance level. The oversold is in my white support. And then the bright blue just helps me distinguish it from all my other indicators, and I can pick up on it quickly and see the trend. Now, when you go to load RSI on your chart, come over here to Studies, add Study, All Studies, go to R-S, you have RSI and RSI crossover. RSI will bring up the lower indicator. RSI crossover, all it is it puts the RSI crossover indicator onto your bar chart there. And whenever the RSI comes over the lower indicator, it'll put a little arrow on your bar. I personally do not use it, but if someone found use to use it, it's right there. You get to it the same way, you just click RSI crossover. But here we go, RSI. As you can see, when you first click RSI, it brings it up in this configuration. All you do to edit it, right click, edit study RSI. I keep the normal parameters for the numbers there. Some people alter them just a little bit depending on what they like. Some people bring them down to 25 and bring this one up to about 80 just to give a little bit broader range. But for this video, we're just going to keep them at the standard. We'll keep the gray. Well, you know what? Let's just go ahead and change it to my normal config. So we have the blue. The overbought we will put as the red right here. Oversold as white. Now for the oversold, I like to have that as the small dash line right down here. The overbought, large dash line. Oops, I might have accidentally, oh no, okay, hold on. Overbought, we're going to swap that to the red. Oversold, we want to the white, and small dash line, there you go. Apply configuration, boom, there you go. That's just how I have mine set up. Alright, now how do you actually use the RSI? The RSI is a lagging indicator, but it is not an extremely lagging indicator because it does not have to process a huge amount of data. You can use it as a very accurate, quick indicator to see how a ticker is doing and which way that buyers and sellers are going with the ticker. A good rule of thumb, when it is below the oversold, look for it to start coming up, and that is a good indicator that you're going to see an uptrend. But as you can see, in correlation with the RSI chart here, it hit the overbought level, which is the red resistance level, and we got a correction here and a downtrend. Now, it can uptrend, as you can see by the bar chart here, and you can make money off of that price action, but if you're playing off of the RSI, you need to also keep in mind that it is an indicator of what buyers and sellers are doing, so you want to look at your other indicators and use your best judgment. Because you can see we have the little hump right here, which, yes, there was buy and sell times right in here, but using specifically just the RSI, you might have read it as just this little hump and, you know, been completely missed on the trade. But we have an uptick here and that was over how many minutes? About 30 minutes before we saw a small correction here and up. And right here, it just hit the top of the RSI level, the overbought level for normal aspects, and we see a correction here and a downtrend. As you can see, is correlated right here. Now, what does all this mean? What is all this, wording? A good, simple thing to keep in mind. Oversold, look for a correction, plan your entry. Overbought, which is the red line here, look for it to start doing a downtrend because it is overbought. People want to get out of it. There aren't well, bam, you can see it right there just showing on the ticker. Now, I have this speeded up. This is on demand, but it's just continuing this downtrend. It's getting to the oversold level. So as continuing with market history and chart history, once it gets to this white oversold level, we should look for buyers to start to come in, as is indicated right here and right here. It hit under the oversold level, and buyers came in, and look what we got. We got a good run up there. But it's a very simple indicator. It should not be your primary indicator, but it is something to help you quickly understand if you're not good with reading the tape or the time in sales. It is something else that can help you understand what a ticker is doing and how the market is looking at it. I recommend doing it for about a week or so in on demand and just learning to read how the RSI travels along with the bar chart, and understanding that it's not going to be exactly as the bar chart sees. It mainly regulates how many and how much shares and buyers and sellers there are. So if you have any confusion with it, feel free to PM me or send me an email. You can find me over there on the BullishBears day trading room and now the options room. Also, feel free to comment and share on this video, and I'd be happy to answer any questions I can. Again, this has been Creedmoor with the BullishBears, and remember that your trades are in the history.